No, I'm not having it. Everybody's a suspect today.
Title holder and still undefeated Gabriel El Capitan Maestre.
How is that? And this gets done to by a bunch of cowards at ringside that never took a punch in their life. I'm sick of it.
Do you love combat? Could you use some extra money to pay the bills? Can you pick a winner of a good scrap? Put your moolah where your mouth is. $20 entry fee, winner takes all. Cash App, $, usual 50/50, or purchase entry tickets via Eventbrite. Scan the QR code below or visit usualsuspect6.com. The US6 fight pool starts January 23rd. Just remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Hey, what it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. It is your boy, 503 Line, man. We back at it again, man. Usual Suspect Sundays. We are live. Shouts out to the chat, everybody that's coming through today showing love. I appreciate y'all, man. We got a packed show to get to, man. I see my brother, the first one in the building, always supporting me, man. My big brother like no other, KG the Good Doctor. He say he out in the mix. I'm gonna try to get in there. Hey, bro, if you can't make it, bro, just you know, get in where you fit in, bro. This all love, man. I know you you fuck with me. You feel me? So it's all good, Brody. It's all good, man. We got a lot of we got some people pulling up though. We got some. If KG can't make it, we got some people pulling up, man. Let me go ahead and bring my peoples up in here, man. We got Thomas from the Bronx. TD Sports Talk. We got let's see. Yeah, there she go. Oh, hold on, there you go. We got Yes Indeed Boxing. Queen Shower in the building, Shawaya in the building. We got Chris Keep It Boxing in the chat as well. What's going on with it, TD, aka Turncoat Tommy, man? How is your Sunday going, my brother?
TT, that's crazy. Turncoat Tommy, my new name, man. Hey, you know what? I think we learned, at least in the last few months, that sometimes, you know, especially when doing the fight pool, you might just have to be a turncoat, right? Because the fight pool, you got to pick who you think is gonna win, right? And that's what it's about. So, you know, I did pick Dalton Smith last night. Although I didn't think it would go down the way it did go down, I did pick Dalton Smith to win. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you got to do that in the fight pool. So if I've got to be a turncoat for that, you know what? If I'm going to get the trophy, like I got the trophy and the jacket and the moolah, then call it what it is. Turncoat Tommy did what he had to do and pick another winner.
Nah, man, I appreciate you, brother, for pulling up and supporting, man. We got, like I say, we had boots on the ground yesterday. Tommy was in the building, TD was in the building. So he's going to give us a whole nother insight into what really went down last night. And he was at the bar drinking with the bricks and all that good stuff. So I know you got some stories to tell. But we also got our lovely sister, the queen, Yes Indeed Boxing. Showers in the building. What's going down with it, sis?
How you doing, family?
Oh, man, I'm great. I'm glad you're on the show. You know what I'm saying? It's the second week in a row, man. You make me feel real good when you pull up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Yeah. How you doing on this Sunday though?
I'm excited. I'm still reeling from last night. It was a good night of boxing for me.
Yeah. You was lit last night, man. You was real. You was you was lit. I ain't gonna lie. I like that though. All right. Hopefully, the rest of the guys pull up on us, man. You know what I'm saying? The KG can't pull up. Hopefully, Red or R pull up. But I do got y'all in the building with me to start the show off, and I appreciate that, man. So, first question of the day, man. Bruce Ennis and Vergil Ortiz. Once again, there's been a whole lot of back and forth with this one. Oscar De La Hoya did come out and say 60-40 for Vergil and 5% to the winner because I'm not moving off those numbers. He says you're the ones begging for this fight. I also have the video queued up, and we're going to get into it real quick. Let's see what Oscar had to say.
Yo, what's up, guys? Happy New Year, man. I've been busy this week finalizing the Ryan Garcia-Barrios fight, and details will be announced on Monday. I'm really excited to be working with PBC and Al Heyman. Look, we have a lot of great matchups to be made as the U.S. top promoters, so I'm looking to keep the fights here in the U.S. In the meantime, Eddie Hearn is begging the media for this Boots and Vergil Ortiz fight. It's so stupid as a promoter to pigeonhole your fighter into one opponent. You lose your negotiating power, which ends up being a lot of lost money for your fighter. Also, every time a manager tries to be a hero and negotiate behind the promoter's back, they lose money for the fighter. And at the same time, violate the Muhammad Ali Act. And you know what? I'm gonna start sending legal letters enforcing this because I'm fucking tired of it. Some managers are just full of shit and I will be exposing them, trust me. Look, Vergil can fight 2 or 3 different guys in mega fights. He's got options. Imagine him with Errol Spence at Dallas Cowboys Stadium or Sebastian Fundora in a mega fight in Vegas. Boots is part of the plan, but it doesn't have to be next. But Eddie, since you're so desperate to make this fight, then let's do this. 60-40 for Vergil and 5% to the winner. Because I'm generous and I'm not moving off those numbers. You're the one who's begging for this fight. So
Okay, that's Oscar. his bullshit per usual, man. Shower, I'm gonna let you start it off, man. How do you feel about what Oscar had to say, man? And who benefits more from delaying this fight? It sounded like, Oscar want to delay it, man. He want Vergil to go in another direction. What you got on that?
I don't think anyone benefits from delaying it. It just makes Vergil, his team, look like a duck. I recall Oscar saying that it's the fighters. It's the fighters. When someone doesn't want to fight, it's not the managers. So now, aside from Vergil saying he did want EJ, Vergil been out here. He was the only one pretty much saying that he wanted to fight. Oscar is skittish. His dad act like he's scary. It's really sad because the people want the damn fight, and I don't know how he justifies 60% for Vergil. Like I don't know. I'm just sick of it, and basically it just looks like we're not gonna get a fight that we want. Thanks to Oscar. Like him and Meridian. Both of them is some crackheads, and I'm just gonna leave that there.
Yeah, man. Rick been getting on my nerves too, man. It's unfortunate, man, because I was actually looking forward to seeing this fight, man. But it seemed like they just slow walking this, man, all the way to the pits of hell, and it's just burning up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is with that, man. Salute to the chat once again. I see my boy Real Spill Midwest Boxing. Shaquille Fields is in the building. Salute to you, sister. Chris Keeps It Boxing says Oscar is a clown. Wow. Man. Salute to my brother Jay Steele's my co-host, the Odd Fella. He was my co-host before he was everybody else's co-host. I just want to throw that out there. Y'all done took my co-host and he everybody else's co-host now, man. You understand me? But he started right here on Usual Suspect Sundays. What's going down with it, Jay?
And hold up. I started as my own host. You know what I mean? I'm the only one that has a background in radio in the day. It's your favorite yet your most hated Odd Fella. It's Usual Suspect Sundays. Smash that like button, share that stream. Damn right. It's a Usual Suspect ting. Indeed, it's good to be back. Co-hosting the show with you five. That mean once again, salute to everybody up in the chat. It's good to see our crystal ball holder season 2 in the building, Turncoat Tommy in the building. Salute. I like that new name, you know what I mean? Big up the queen, Shawala Ya. Of course, it's great to have your presence in the building, given all the your great boxing knowledge and assessments and breakdowns, you know what I mean? So I heard y'all was cooking on Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I mean? In this whole Vergil Ortiz boot situation.
Yep.
And I was able to peep his new video that he put out, almost like a ransom video. You know what I mean? Because he put out his demands, and if I'm not mistaken, it was 60-40 to Vergil Ortiz, and then 5% to the winner.
Yep.
So essentially, if Ortiz wins, he gets 65%, and Boots would get 35. Correct?
Yeah, if Vergil was to win, yep.
Then if Boots was to win, he would max out at 45%, and Vergil still get the lion's share at 55%. I'd be baffled if Boots was to take that, but I wouldn't be hating on it if he did end up kind of kowtowing and bowing down to those demands, because it is a fight that the fans and a lot of the sport want this to happen. But as far as De La Hoya's demands go, it's straight bullshit. You know what I mean? It's straight bullshit. This is the same guy that has been going at Dana White and the whole Zuffa boxing heavily. You know what I mean? Putting out misinformation in regards to the Muhammad Ali Revival Act, making it seem that TKO isn't about putting together the best, fight the best, or trying to put against what's best for the fighters and what's best for the fans. Meanwhile, you have a great fight in your hands, right at the table, but you can't put that together. Meanwhile, you got a small roster of stars that you could line in great fights, but you've been reluctant to do that, because another prime example is Zerto Ramirez. You know what I mean? Zerto Ramirez should have been long matched with his contemporary Jai Apataya, but there always seems to be some type of roadblock, some type of obstacle, some type of excuse with regards to the money. It's absolutely shameful that we have De La Hoya out here clout chasing once again the name of Errol Spence Jr. in only to uplift his own fighter in Vergil Ortiz. This is clout chasing 101. I don't even think they really really want that fight, but they using Errol Spence's name, a man that's been out of the ring for over 2 years. Over 2 years. You don't want to get him a tune-up first. You just want to run him into a Vergil Ortiz fight, though he hasn't even been at 154 yet. Make that make sense, other than the fact that you using his name to potentially sell out Jerry's World. You can't do that by yourself. You can barely sell out the practice field. Vergil Ortiz and De La Hoya. So it's absolutely shameful what's going on. The clout chasing, it's at its full extent with De La Hoya in the new year, and yeah, I'm not liking it. I'm not liking the demand that was made. But once again, I understand if Boots in Matchroom, or if Eddie convinces or persuades Boots to take that deal, because here's why. Like I told you before, Eddie owes part of his job, part of his duties to fulfill this Boots contract is to secure the Vergil Ortiz fight somehow, some way. So yeah, we're gonna let this develop, but I ain't feeling it.
Yes, sir. Okay, man. My boy, Real Spill Midwest said they know EJ been out 3 years. They think that's an easy dub with more money. The homie say Oscar needs to be out the MF and sport, man. Salute to my boy Michael Ray in the building. KG say Oscar got that good sprinkle. You know what I'm saying? DOPE, man, with that good fatty. Okay. TD, man, Turncoat Tommy, man. How you feeling, man?
Turncoat Tommy, man. You guys are really embraced that name, man. I see Oddfella coming in. He calling me Turncoat Tommy. Shower has respect. That's why I love Shower. Shower has a lot of respect, and that's why I appreciate her.
Shower know your Turncoat too. She just ain't saying it.
Nah, man, I appreciate. I didn't get to say this because I was just joking about the name, but I really appreciate you guys letting me up here and talk boxing with you guys and stuff. But as far as this situation, it's sad. I'm kind of going with what Shower said. Basically, you know, Oscar is full of it, right? When he's the one that comes out and says, No, it's the fighters that make the fight. When I was fighting, we called for the fights, and it was the promoter's job to get us those fights. So he keeps preaching that, and I truly believe Vergil wants this fight, and Oscar's just being difficult. But at the same time, I don't trust Eddie Hearn. I don't trust Matchroom and Eddie Hearn as well. So obviously somebody is lying. It's easy to see that Oscar is lying and or maybe stretching the truth a little bit, but I just don't believe Eddie Hearn as well, as far as them trying to make the best fights. But I think at this point, Vergil has not done anything at as far as winning a world title. If you don't want the Boots fight, then go take a world title shot. To push for that. I'm sure Oscar can put himself in position and put Vergil in a position to get a title shot. Listen, there's only 2 big promotional companies in America, and that's Top Rank and Golden Boy. And Top Rank is fading right now. So Oscar has the power to do a lot if he really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So Oscar has to be at blame for this. And Matchroom and Eddie Hearn and Boots, they have other options. Like they're mandatories to certain titles. They can go after the winner of Xander and Abbas. You know what I'm saying? And they could win a world title there. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big fight. No matter whatever fight Boots is in for a world title is a huge fight. And the same for Vergil as well. So I just think that, both sides are kind of just playing games and avoiding it. Oscar's going on. I think when you see guys in a position that, Eddie Hearn and Oscar is in right now as far as head of big promotional companies, and they go online and go on Twitter and go on Instagram and do videos and all of that. I think that's them. That's just them making more excuses and just putting it to the public, trying so that people could kind of side with them, for their lies. You feel what I'm saying? So because nobody's really doing that. Promoters never done that before, and now you see them more or less. I mean, fighters are doing it now, but doing it a lot now because it's the social media era. But promoters don't really need to do that. Why are they doing that? Because, there's some type of guilt they're feeling. As far as them trying to make fights and them avoiding other fighters and stuff like that. So that's how I look at it, and I've kind of always looked at it like that. It's just an excuse for them to kind of spread their lies and just trying to convince the public, that they're honest as far as them trying to make the best fights. But at the end of the day, these promotional companies are all full of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really believe either one of them. But I truly believe that Oscar is blocking Vergil for fighting Boots, because I think Eddie does want the fight for Boots. I just don't think Oscar wants it for Vergil. So if I had to believe somebody in this scenario where we got 2 great liars, because they're not just liars, they're great liars. They're liars. They're not good liars. They're great at it. So I would believe Eddie Hearn a little bit more, and Matchroom and Boots more than I would believe Oscar right now.
Yes, sir. Okay, man, my brother, the Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. Cadillac Red then slid up in here, man. Salute to my brother, man. Cadillac Red, man, how your Sunday going, man? Is it Sunday Fun Day up there in Rain City?
Shit, man, I'm a little bit under the weather. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. When these meds kick in, I'm going to fall out. But I'm here, damn it. It's a usual suspect take. What's going down with it?
All right, man. Let's go ahead and transition. We cooked long enough. I want to get your thoughts on the fight. The fight last night, man. Subriel Matías, man, Dalton Smith, man. Was this a bad stoppage, man? Or did Puerto Rican boxing just get exposed, man? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about what transpired last night, man, between Dalton Smith and, Subriel Matías?
Okay, like I said, I've been under the weather. I saw the fight, but I saw it from a distance. But I heard the commentary of the backstage. A+. You know what I'm saying? A+ commentary from the guys backstage. I heard
and the gals.
I heard that they was talking about, boy, this is a good fight. They going back and forth. This giving me Lester Martinez versus M. Billy Bobs. Whoa! Oh, was the knockdown / knockout. So hey man, look man, it was a good fight. I'm not gonna say Subriel got exposed, because to get exposed is something that we didn't know, and we already knew. If you got a certain type of act, you got Subriel number. I said that. You know what I'm saying? Subriel can't fight at home. You know what I'm saying? That New York Puerto Rican crowd type of deal. Nah, that's not. He need everyone to be on the other guy's side. Because people being on his side, he obviously ain't focused. And to get out there like that and get embarrassed in New York in front of all the Puerto Ricans, well, all the Puerto Ricans, a lot of people there, but they was there in spirit and down. For real. And I said this on, I believe, Friday. Regis and Josh Taylor started looking over the hill, and he was going to be next. And that damn it, he looked like that yesterday. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if he's going to be able to bounce back. And I'm really interested in seeing what Dalton Smith do now that he a champion. Is he going to be someone that goes and unifies, or is he going to be another Richardson Henderson? Are we going to have two Richardson Hendersons at 140 now? You know what I'm saying? On the same side of the street. That's what I'm interested to see.
Man, we definitely gonna be following that story. That was a great take, my brother. Queen Shower, I'm gonna slide over to you, man. Was this a bad stoppage? How did you feel watching Dalton Smith walk in Brooklyn, New York, man, where all the Puerto Ricans is at, man? You know, and beat Subriel at his own game.
I don't feel like it was a bad stoppage because, real talk, he got knocked. He got knocked on his ass. So I don't really feel any way about it, because I think on my breakdown I said it's possible. If Dalton came in there and put on his rendition of Liam Perro, he could get it done, and he really did in the beginning with the stifling. I also thought he should have been jabbing in the beginning, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because the man got the job done. He proved something to us, and clearly he proved something to himself, that he's a tough, I'm gonna say son of a gun. I'm trying to stop cussing.
Yeah.
He's tough. And he was able to sit in the pocket and punch with this man when really most people were thinking he should box him from the outside and tie him up. So shout out to Dalton, man. Hey, it gives me the chills just thinking about that fight. That was a damn good fight last night, y'all.
It really was, man. Okay, let's go to the foreign correspondent. We're gonna say Turncoat Tommy for last because you know he had a blast last night with the Brits, man. You know what I'm saying? He definitely didn't trade it in that PR flag for a Great Britain one. You know what I'm saying? Fella, was this a bad stoppage last night, man? What was your thoughts, man, watching Dalton Smith come in and beat Subriel at his own game and stopping Subriel? How do you feel about it?
No, this was not, absolutely not. It was not a bad stoppage. The bad stoppages were reserved over there in Germany. We had two bad stoppages, I believe, in a row. One that should have been stopped well earlier, and then the other one with Agate, that we'll probably get to, that was, I think, stopped a little bit premature. You know what I mean? Those were definitions of bad stoppages in my opinion. This one, no. For the fact that when Matías got dropped heavily and he got back up, he had the chance to show the referee that he was okay. by, you know what I mean, taking that step to the right and to the left, but he stumbled. You know what I mean? And when you stumble like that, you show the referee that you're not all the way there. And the referee, it's under his discretionary to take protection for the fighter, and he did such. So while I agree with the referee stoppage, not to put Matías out there, especially with the type of punching power Dalton Smith carries, it's now proven that he just doesn't have a European class record, that punching power is world class, because he just stopped a world class competitor for the first time. You know what I mean? So great performance from Dalton Smith. Like Shaba was saying, we kind of expected the Leon Paro type of game plan, and we're seeing that early on. Boxer puncher, utilizing lateral movement, tying up at some point, sometimes a little bit excessively. Some of the sisters in the background, in the backstage, wasn't feeling that. Ooh, this little nigga dirty. Yeah, he tying up too much. Well, I mean, that's part of the game. You know what I mean? Especially when you're dealing with a motherfucker that comes with loads of energy and and throws volumes of punches. I remember sparring this little nigga, and the same tactics I had to resort to. You know what I mean? To tie up the motherfucker, you know, and let him waste some energy trying to break out of that clinch. Slow down, break up that rhythm of the volume that Matías was trying to implement, and stifling with that clinching is definitely what he did. At a certain point, the clinching and the lateral movement, I think he kind of abandoned that ship, because Matías's pressure was starting to take his effect. We did see a little bit of a slowdown, and Dalton stopped using his legs as much, and he decided to bite down and fight fire with fire. And like I said in my previous breakdowns, Dalton Smith does carry the punching power, and this might be the biggest puncher that Subriel Matías has ever faced. With his lackadaisical and porous defense, Subriel Matías definitely met his match last night. I mean, so once again, great victory for Dalton Smith. Somewhat upsetting the apple cart, coming into Brooklyn and stopping Matías emphatically, and it might be the best win at 140, most emphatic win at 140 in a while. You know what I mean? So we got to put some respect on that, and we'll see where it goes from here. Whether it's a voluntary fight, I know niggas won't like to hear that, because as soon as a nigga gets a belt, it's like, oh, you gotta unify. But from the business standpoint, Dalton hasn't been all the way sold in the UK, and I'm sure Eddie Hearn is going to take the opportunity to get him a voluntary fight over there in Sheffield, sell out the same soccer stadium that Kell Brook fought Errol Spence in, and do something like that before any type of unification talks arise. But Richardson Hitchens does make sense definitely down the road, does make sense this year, especially with Dalton Smith doing what he did to Subriel in Brooklyn. It sets up a nice unification match back in Brooklyn with Richardson Hitchens, maybe later on this summer. You know what I mean? But we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
140's popping right now.
Nah, that's a fact, man. KG said Dalton would have flattened him if it had kept going, man. Let me say this before we pass the mic to my great brother TD. I'm gonna say this, bro. That was a damn good fight, man. I know that, and the reason why I posed that question is because of the quote that Subriel put out there. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just so y'all know, I'm gonna give everybody some context, man. He did say, and I quote, "I feel it was a bad stoppage, or I don't know in other cases. I would have preferred that." Let's see. Let me take this down real quick. I would have preferred they just finish me. So Subriel Matías wanted to go out on his shield. That's why I posed the question to everybody on the panel, and of course in the chat. So y'all let me know how y'all feeling in the chat as well. It was a damn good fight, man. I was very, very impressed because in my mind, I thought Dalton was gonna come in and box and use his boxing, but he wanted to fight. And we already know what Subriel is known for. He's known for pressure, inside fighting, phone booth style fighting. He likes to mix it up and bang it up. And Dalton Smith beat him at his own game, and he took damage to inflict damage. We seen the swollen eye. He was bloodied up. You know what I'm saying? We seen him take the pictures with TD and all that good stuff, man. So that's just my stance on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it was a bad stoppage. I feel like Subriel was truly and thoroughly hurt. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me though. TD, man, Turncoat Tommy, man, what you got on this, man? Give us some insight, man. Like I know you was, chilling with the Brits and Dalton Smith and all that, man. How do you feel about all this, or how did they feel about everything? If you got a chance to talk to them.
Yeah, I spoke to a little bit. I'll just go a little bit like throughout the fight and the card. The card was great, and I know we're gonna probably get to a couple fights later, so I won't get it. But the card, I thought it was I wouldn't say great, right? Because there's people that people look at great cards and they want to see great fighters, great fighters on the card or who they feel are great fighters. So it was a fun fight. Let's put it that way. It was a fun card. It was fun to be there. There was some good knockouts. It was fun to be there. It's unfortunate it didn't do well. It didn't sell a lot. It was not promoted well. I don't really want to get into it, but bottom line, it wasn't promoted well. And I wish it was promoted well, and they would have worked together with Matchroom a little bit. I think they would have got a lot more people in it, made the moment bigger. But with that being said, I thought the fight was great. I thought it was a great fight. It was a fun fight to watch. Dalton made that happen because Dalton decided to fight Subriel's fight. He didn't have to. He came out in that first round and he outboxed Subriel, and he buzzed him a couple of times. And he was there. In the second round, he started off the same way, and then all of a sudden, I guess Matías kind of landed a couple of shots, and then here we go. They started trading shots, traded combinations. Pretty much both guys were using their face as their defense. And it was exciting. It was good. Exciting. I got some video from like round 4 and round 3 that I kind of clipped, and just to hear the punches, right? Because I was close. I was up maybe 4th row. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something that you guys may have not known. You might have seen it on TV, and it kind of distracted me in that 5th round. There was a brawl that broke out, and the brawl kind of distracted me, and that's why I didn't get the knockout. And I was very upset because I was filming pretty much, each round at certain spots. So I would have definitely got the knockout. There was a brawl, and I'm going to just say a little bit about it. Amanda Serrano's trainer, Jordan, he's a little bit of a knucklehead, right? I don't know if you guys know him. I've heard about him. I'm going to say he's a little bit of a knucklehead. He's a big dude. You know what I'm saying? It's probably, you see, I'm a big dude, but not a big dude as far as muscle. He's like 3 of me, muscle, right? And he sure acts like that, like he's invincible. So he got into an altercation with a guy that I know, and it was basically the guy was trying to tell him keep it down because he was screaming and cursing at the English fans, and there was a lot of kids. There was a few kids around too, which was terrible to see, and they got into it. Then another guy came, a Puerto Rican guy who obviously is rooting for Matías, just like Jordan, and they got into it because he was talking to the other guy, which they knew each other, but he acted like he didn't know him because he's also a trainer as well. He trains fighters in Brooklyn, and he trains fighters overseas as well. So anyway, they got into it. It was a big scuffle. Everybody's paying attention. All the chairs got knocked over. Guys getting knocked down. People running towards where I was sitting at because it was to the right of me, right? And the knockout happened pretty much in an angle towards me, like in the other corner. That's where I was at, and it's pretty disgusting behavior, man. It just took away from the fight. People were paying attention to that, missed it, and then as soon as I turned left, back to see the fight because I wanted to see the fight. I didn't have my camera out. The knockout happened. Like it was, Matías had caught him with a nice shot, and then all of a sudden Smith went in and just, caught him, hurt him, dropped him. Matías he looked done off of the first shot. I think Smith caught him with another punch on the way down.
So you don't feel like it was a bad stoppage then, right?
No, I'm gonna get to that in 2 seconds. So with Matías laying down flat with his arms out, and then he kind of like shook his head like he wanted to fight, like he got up and fight. Now, Ricky Gonzalez was the referee. Ricky Gonzalez is from the Bronx here in New York. He's a nice guy, good guy. He's a very experienced referee. He did the Brian Norman Devin Haney fight. So he's been all over. Usually referees they stay local, but he did the Brian Norman Devin Haney fight, and I thought he did a great job then. He's a good experienced referee. I have to take Ricky's word for it. In my opinion, I thought Subriel could have continued, and I felt as the champion, give him a chance, right? A little bit of a chance. But if Ricky stopped the fight, he saw something, and I got to take Ricky's word for it. So I didn't think it was a good stoppage at the time, but because I know Ricky, I felt like it was a good stoppage. He must have saw that he was hurt. Now, mind you, a lot of factors go into play into this as well. People don't really realize this, and they may think like, no. I told a couple people on at the press, after the press conference, I didn't like Subriel's energy. Something was off. He didn't look good to me. With that being said, the weigh-in came. His family was there. When he walked into the ring, I got the video with him walking in. He walked in with his daughter and his wife, and his daughter just looked like kind of out of it. And I think sometimes that plays into a factor as far as your courage and as far as maybe the referee and stuff like that. His daughter's right there watching the fight. That's what I'm saying. There were kids around in that area, and I think it was a good move because I would never want to see a fighter get beat up like that in front of their child like that. You know what I'm saying? So I think that might have played into a factor a little bit. But Subriel walking to the ring, he's hugging, taking pictures with people. Hey, he gave me a fist pump on the way to the ring too. And I don't think he was focused on the fight, but I'd rather him not see that. I'd rather him just go straight to the ring. You know what I'm saying? And be out your business. That's why I said like body language was a little bit off. I think he's a little bit on the decline. I think he still can create great fights because of his style and stuff. But yeah, he's taking a lot of damage, and I think he's a little bit on the decline. I support Matías, but I didn't expect that fight to go the way it happened. I thought, I picked Dalton Smith to win, but I thought he would outbox him, maybe buzz him a couple of times. That's why people call me, Turncoat Tommy. And KG talking about excuses. I'm not making excuses if I pick the right guy to win. Jesus, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man. I mean, I thought it was a good stoppage at the end of the day because, like I said, I know Ricky, and Matías looked good after on the walk back. People talked to him. He felt good. They both had to be rushed to the hospital. Obviously, Matías was banged up a little bit more. Smith went to the hospital pretty much because he had to get stitches. But if you see the picture with me in the picture, you see that he got lumped up too. Man, his face was completely swollen. So Matías, he does hit hard.
Did you sit down and have a pint of beer with Dalton Smith?
I did get to drink with him and some of the Brits over there, man. It was pretty cool. Well, who said wow?
Turncoat Tommy for
you ain't shit, man. You ain't shit, man.
Can I say something?
Yeah. Come on, Rick. Cook, bro. Go ahead.
I heard, man. I got two things, man. Two things. First thing first. Thomas said that the referee is a good stoppage from the referee because that nigga from the Bronx turncoat on that. Turncoat on that. And if you listen closely, he said, I picked against Subriel and then I gave him a fist bump of bad luck on the way to the ring.
He so did.
Yo.
Oh, Tom.
Yo, man, you ain't shit, B.
I'm just going by what I heard the man say. I'm listening.
Yeah, bro.
He ain't inside. He was in the building. That's the two nastiest things I done heard. That man say shit ain't the man stoppage. That's the Bronx. And then he said, yeah, I gave him a fist bump. I knew he was gonna lose. I picked him to lose. I gave him a fist bump anyway. Because hey, fuck it.
Yes.
I wanted to be wrong though. In all defense, I said I wanted to be wrong. I was rooting for Matías.
Bro, I ain't see Tommy.
Was a better fighter.
I ain't see Tommy get Subriel to sign no boxing cards.
Yeah,
hey, you had that shit lined up. You smooth, Tom.
Yo, you ain't
gave the man a 1 of 5 call, picked them to win, and then gave the man a bad luck fist bump. I'm just saying, man, this is some nasty stuff going down there out there in New York, man. It'll happen to you real quick. In the New York minute,
man, I earned the nickname.
Yeah, man. He lined Matías all the way up, man, on some South Bronx shit. You know what I'm saying? Christ. God damn, man. Benny from the motherfucking Bronx, man. He ready to kill Carlito. Goddamn. Look, salute to the chat, man. Usual Suspects Sunday. Yeah, man. We got my boy TD Sports in the building, man. TD from the motherfucking Bronx. We got Shower, yes indeed, boxing. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, Cadillac Red. All fella, man. Jay Steels, man. The mad scientist is in the building. And of course, your host with the most, man, 503 Lion. All right. We gonna get into some more US6 Sunday reacts, man. This is Eddie Hearn. I want to cook on Eddie Hearn real quick, man. Let's see what Eddie had to say.
That was the greatest away win I've ever felt, witnessed, whatever you want to call it. Dalton Smith is a fucking hero. You got a box with Matías. You saw it against Liam Paro, but Matías was on tonight. He was red hot, and he didn't allow Dalton Smith to box. So Dalton Smith decided to fight Matías at his own game, which is the worst idea you can ever do. He's never been hurt, he's never been down, and he battered him, knocked him out in the Barclays Centre in New York to become British's latest world champion.
All right, man, that's Eddie Hearn. He say Dalton Schmidt is a motherfucking hero. So the question that I got, and I'm gonna start with you, Red, because you kind of made me think about this, man. Will Eddie Hearn make the big fights at 140 moving forward? What's your take on that, Red?
That'll be a fuck no for 500, 503. You know what I'm saying? He not making no big fights. That boy is a hero. You know what heroes need? A parade around their hometown for 5 fights. That's what heroes need.
You better watch. Hey, Rich, you better watch what you saying, man. That's Tommy's favorite fighter now, man.
Hey, man. Tommy gonna be. He ain't getting no more. He ain't going to none of them fights unless he go to Europe. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. That boy not that. Listen, man. He not unifying nothing. He is a hero. He has done some life accomplishing stuff. We're gonna sit back and look at our whole life for the next 5 to 10 to 25 fights, and it's gonna have to be some challenger, some mandatory defense type of guy that's gonna have to take this from me. It ain't gonna be no other champion because they don't really want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's how Eddie rock it. And you heard the boy beat Matías at his own game. Hero. He walks on water. He has his own money. The hell we talk about? Dalton Smith.
Okay, look like we got some UK man them in the building, man. They say Dalton. Hold on, he say Dalton, a star is born. He will beat Hitchenson's and Gary easy. Oh, Shower. I gotta come to you, man, because these guys is talking real crazy in the chat. Will Eddie make the big fights moving forward at 140 with his newfound champion and hero in Dalton Smith?
I think he will make some good fights this year, to be honest. But I'm always
Positive.
I'm always looking at the positive side. In doing so, boxing has gotten better for me. What was the second part of the question there?
No, it was just a one part question. Will he make the big fights moving forward at 140? Since now he does have two champions. He has Richardson, Hitchison, and now he has Dalton Smith.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That one. See, the thing with Hitchens, though, I don't even know why we mentioned his
talking
name.
real crazy about Africa.
Africa be talking crazy himself. And the thing is, that's why I say, I just don't see Hitchens doing anything big at 140. Let that be known. He's about to fight who?
Oscar Duarte.
Oscar Duarte. Yeah, like, and he'll likely win that fight. But he was talking smack about Dalton Smith last night. I don't see him actually trying to fight Dalton Smith. Sadly, that's a fight we would want, that unification. But somebody gonna have to beat Richardson Hitchens' ass to get him up out of here. No, I think Eddie's gonna make some good fights this year. I'm gonna hold out hope for that.
Okay, for me, I'm gonna let my brother TD cook next, and we're gonna let all fella close the segment out because this is foreign territory, and he is, the big dog, the foreign correspondent when it comes to these type of topics. I'm gonna say this though, man. I'm gonna just wait, sit back, and see what transpires. I'm gonna stay positive, just like my sister, yes, indeed, is saying, because we got to give him a chance. You know what I'm saying? And, see how all this plays out. Cadillac Red says no. Eddie does have a track record of doing, things that we don't want him to do. And, yeah, man, I like Dalton Smith, man. He seemed like a real cool guy. I seen him and Tommy, having a good time with at the bar and stuff like that, and Tommy gave him a card. All that shit is dope, man. So I'm definitely a fan of Dalton Smith, man. He seemed like a nice, genuine, good guy. So salute to him for that. Yeah, man, and hopefully, listen, it's no excuse now. It's no excuse, Eddie. You got two champions at 140. You know what I'm saying? Dalton Smith just went viral in New York, in the mecca of boxing. You actually have a champion that is from Brooklyn, so you did this in his backyard. Why not return to the crime scene? You know what I'm saying? Clean up the Puerto Rican blood that y'all left in the Barclays with Hitchens and Dalton Smith. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go to the UK, in Sheffield, have a come home fight for Dalton Smith, that's cool. Africa have his his second title defense against Oscar Duarte, that's cool too. But we definitely are looking to see this fight further down the line in 2026. TD, man.
Hold on, Five. I got a question.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was Africa last night? In his backyard, in his weight class. Why he talk all that shit? I mean, you the one that asked and you ain't asked, so I'm gonna ask because you ain't asked, even though you did just ask that. Where the fuck was the black ass man at? My bad.
I asked last night.
Yeah, I mean, well, we spoke about this last night, man. And I don't want to be shady or anything. I don't want to throw shade to the event, man. But it was real dark in the bar. I've never seen the Barclays be so dark. You know what I'm saying? And maybe Africa was somewhere lurking in the shadows and we couldn't see him. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But if he didn't pop out last night and show his face when the lights did come back on, hey, Africa, man, we got to have a conversation, brother. But we do, like I say, we got insight. Tommy was there. TD Sports Talk was there. Maybe he can tell us. He keep his ear to the streets. What's going on in New York? Maybe he knows something we don't know. Would Eddie make the big fights at 140 moving forward, TD? And did you get a chance to see Richard Hitchens by any chance? Was he somewhere lurking in the shadows? You know what I'm saying? Maybe we tripping. I don't know. But go ahead, Tommy.
I will tell you this. I saw a bunch of his peoples there. Some people that rock with him, some people that coach with him, some people that train with him. They were there from Brooklyn. They were in the building. I'm not going to name names, but they were definitely in there. One of them was actually in part of the brawl a little bit. And the brawl is on camera. I don't know if I shared the link with y'all. I'll share it with y'all later if I haven't. But one of them was on camera. He was there, but there was no Richardson Hitchens there. Just like no Richardson Hitchens when there was talks of him fighting Subriel when Subriel was the IBF champion, and Hitchens didn't want to take the fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Matias kind of stepped to Hitchens. A while ago when he was here in New York, he stepped to Hitchens.
Hold on, real quick. Let's confirm something because the homie Joseph Jackson is saying that Hitchens is not with Matchroom. Didn't he just re-sign with Matchroom? If I'm not mistaken.
Honestly, I don't know because I don't know because of that. Is Connolly his manager? I'm not sure what's going on with him. To be honest, they was really supposed to have the fight with Jermaine Ortiz, and that fell through for whatever reason. So honestly, I don't know. I have to look up and kind of talk to some people and find out. But honestly, I can't answer yes or no. I would think he still is with them. You know what I'm saying? Unless he's a free agent, because I don't know if he's signed to anybody else. So I don't know who's negotiating the fight with him and Duarte. I don't know. Hitchens plays too many games as well as his manager as well. Connolly, they play too much. The guy hasn't fought since June. That's too long. Another guy that hasn't fought in a long time. Another guy that has a title. That's Gary Antoine Russell. When is he going to defend that title? You know what I'm saying? He hasn't fought in about a year already. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. How are these fighters getting fighting more than they are? Matias has fought more than they have. You know what I'm saying? So what is going on with these fighters not being active?
That's
Dalton Smith is not going to fight for like at least 4 months. I mean, listen, look at his face. They happy they won. I think they're going to celebrate, rightfully so. They're going to go back home. They'll probably take an easy fight, but at the end of the day, they're not going to fight to probably. If I had to guess, maybe the summer. You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to see how good Dalton Smith really is. I think he's a solid fighter. But you know what? This is a lifelong dream. He wanted to become champion. He's champion. Did he reach his high? You know what I'm saying? Can he defend his title? Listen, he almost blew it last night too. And I should have brought this up also. That fourth round, Dalton Smith was hurt badly in that fourth round. He wobbled a little bit going back to his corner. So credit to him, man. It was a great show, great fight, but he didn't have to fight like that, Dalton. I think he could have outboxed him, and he probably could have still got the knockout. You know what I'm saying? Because he looked great. That first round and a half, he looked great. So but I don't know, as far as unifications, man, I don't know, man, because listen, Gary Antoine's not fighting, Hitchens is not fighting, Dalton's going to be out for a while because, like I said, he was just in a war. And then who's the other champion at 140?
Tio.
And Tio. And Tio's gonna, fight Shakur. And then that Shakur and Tio, they don't fight often either. So the winner of that fight may not fight until the end of the year, November, December. So, so I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see unifications anytime soon.
That's back with Eddie, y'all.
Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Man, well, my brother then slid in, man. I don't know if he can stay. I don't know if he here for a good time or a long time, man. We got the good doctor in the building. KG, what's up with it, big bro?
Nick Thomas talking fucking forever and shit. Goddamn. Fill in the damn sentences and move on. Shit.
Well, maybe if you click the link and just get up here soon enough.
Man, I got life going on, man.
I would give you some time, but
I got life going on. I clicked the link and get here and you.
I got life going on too, man. It's not every day that
a whole bunch
I'm in
of
the pub
excuses.
drinking with fighters, man.
It sounds like a whole bunch of excuses. Well, I don't know. He didn't look like it, and his mom fed him this, and she shouldn't have did that. And Red, you know what I'm saying? I was looking for Red to be there. I was talking to Red on the phone, and the fight hadn't started, and it was just bone empty in here, and I was just lost with myself. And come on, man. God damn it, Tommy. Damn. Report the news. Get the fuck on, man. What's going on with y'all, man?
To you, okay?
I'm only here, Tommy from damn. You know what I'm saying? Wherever the fuck I say he from. How about that?
Okay, my brother. Hey, how did you feel, man? Seeing the fight and watching it and stuff, man. Do you think Eddie will make the big fights at 140? What's your take on all this, man? Go ahead and fill us in real quick. I know
I
you.
don't
I know. I
know.
know you're on the move.
He might be a little froggy after this one because, like I said, but Matías being labeled a killer and everybody knowing that, you know what I'm saying, once he does put his hands on you, he hurts you, you know what I'm saying, and then he goes in for the kill. And like Thomas was saying in the 4th round, Dalton Smith, you know what I'm saying, but at the same time, it's not about how hard you can get hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. And Dalton was still boxing, like it was power boxing, but at the same time, he knew he had to fight Matisse. It's like he knew that. So and with the fact that Matisse being a killer with no damn special features for real, he was gonna be right there for him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it was just like Dalton, like, I just gotta weather this shit. I just gotta weather the shit that I know I'm gonna get hit with from Matías. And he weathered it. And I don't think him being cut was the only reason he went to the hospital. Because like I said, I think he had some screws knocked loose too. So this was gonna boil down to who could take more. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they would have been doing that to the final bell if both men could have withstood it. And we can call it a early stoppage, but I believe if that fight had went on and Matías just going off of just heart, Dalton Smith probably would have flatlined that man.
Thanks.
He probably would have, you know what I'm saying? Because the punches were landing entirely too clean. Entirely too clean. Like if they were glancing punches or Matías decided to make an adjustment and get his head out the way, I can understand that. But these punches were landing too flush. And Thomas being in the house, I know he could hear those punches being landed. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I don't think it was a bad stoppage. I just think, damn, if it went on, it would have we would have been disappointed in that referee like we was with that heavyweight fight when that referee started counting when this man was clearly, you know what I'm saying, completely out of it. Anytime a fighter is pointing to a fighter saying, "Hey, bro, this dude is done. Why am I still?"
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he caught him again and stretched him out, and the referee started to count. We had Stormy B Man in the back screaming, "It's awesome! Why the fuck is he even counting?" And I think that's what would have happened to Matías if you know what I'm saying, if the fight had continued and Dalton Smith had like several clean more shots to be able to land. So yeah, this shit damn. And like I said, so Eddie, he might be froggy, bro, because my guy took out a killer.
And by way of being froggy, you think they're gonna leap into a unification?
Hey man, my guy just took out a killer. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't got no other shit to stand on, it's the fact that my guy took out a goddamn killer.
Yeah.
Look, Eddie's probably smiling in the mirror at home right now, like, oh my God, I can't wait till Monday so I can piss Red off and let him know I'm going to make some fights this year. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we're going to Sheffield, baby.
Don't be surprised, Red, if you don't get a Supreme Beast boxing talk damn tag by damn Eddie Hearn. So I told you so, nigga.
Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout.
If he give me a tag, I'm gonna give him a tag right back from Eddie Murphy that say, "Fuck you, Eddie."
Hey man, salute to the guys, man. It's the usual suspect team, man. We got a full house in the building. All fella, go on, take us home, man. Will Eddie make the big fights moving forward at 140? What does the Ford correspondent have to say?
Now, I hear all the skepticism about Eddie Hearn making the big fights, but let's bring this back and make this understandable here. These aren't really big fights. Eddie Hearn has a problem with making super fights, but when it comes to important divisional matchups, when it comes to unifications and say less than glamorous divisions with names that aren't superstars, Eddie Hearn can get that done. It's when you're asking them to make a fight with other superstars or make some type of super fight, which would be deemed as a big fight. That's when Eddie, you can look kind of side-eye him and be like, yeah, I don't know if you have it to get this over the line. So in regards to Dalton Smith, I believe there's fights in the future for him. Will it be unification off the jump? I don't believe so. But that option is still available, like I said, with Richard Hitchens, being that the crime scene is in Brooklyn. Hitchens is in Brooklyn. Hitchens got that belt. That what do you got? The IBF belt. So that definitely is an option in the future. But another option that's been lingering for years, now that Dalton Smith is newly minted with this belt, he can go back down over the UK, go over to Sheffield, possibly fight in the soccer stadium, get healed up just in time for early or the late spring, early summer. And maybe Adam Azim and Ben Shalom might come out of hiding. Because that's a great
I'm glad you said
clash.
that, bro.
That's a
I'm glad you
great
said
domestic clash that
Yeah.
I believe the UK fans have been clamoring for a couple years now. Will the fact that the Booger belt is now on the line, will that entice Adam Azim a little bit to take this fight? Will
Hold on. So you saying that Adam Azim and Benny the Butcher been ducking?
That's what I've been saying. I mean, because this fight has been on the table. Dalton Smith has actively called out. If he ain't called out anybody in the sport of boxing, he's been calling out Adam Azim, and Adam Azim has been halfway calling out Dalton Smith, but for some reason, the fight has never got over the line. Now that this fight is now of championship level, will it be to Benny the Butcher, Ben Shalom's interest to say lease out his fighter Adam Azim to a big fight in Sheffield, 35,000? Like I said, the same soccer stadium where Errol Spence wrecked Kell Brook. I mean, can we do that?
Yes, sir.
So that might be an option on the table, possibly for Dalton Smith's next fight, and I ain't mad at that if it does happen. Adam Azim has shown in his recent form that he might have one of the best jabs in boxing. You know what I mean? And that jab would really look intriguing against a boxer puncher like Dalton Smith. It's a real 50-50 fight. And it's a fight that I'm with the UK fan base. I want to see as well over on this side. That's my take.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. We're going to slide to the heavyweight division. We on our way to Germany with it. Ajak Kabayel also got a stoppage that looked a little funny. You know what I'm saying? Premature stoppage, man. But nonetheless, man, he got the stoppage, and he did what needed to be done. And he has stated, quote, "I beat 3 monsters in Riyadh season: Makhmudov, Zili Zhang, Frank Sanchez. Give me the world title fight. I'm ready."
Show me location.
Also, just to add more context to what's going on in the heavyweight division, it's looking like Kabayel might be the next big star, man, because he had a couple guys pull up on him, man. I seen Lawrence Okoli. I seen
Tony Yoka,
and my boy Big Herc, man, Philip Herkovich, man. So the boy got action. You know what I'm saying? He real activated over there in Germany, man. Red, I'm gonna come to you, man. Would Kabayel beat the top champions at the heavyweight division? And how do you feel about all this smoke, man? This European smoke, in the heavyweight division, man. What's going on with Rocco, man? Is Rocco gonna get in the mix of these Europeans, man?
Oh shit, Rocco got a fight coming up. You know what I'm saying? And he already in the mix as far as, you know what I'm saying, what he doing. But always sold on Agit. I know I'm supposed to be. He is nice. I ain't saying he garbage. He definitely got some skills with him. But I don't know, man. I just got to see a little bit more, man. I got to see him fight one of these dudes that's going for a title themselves. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat up on my Neba, my white Neba. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You can't beat up on my white Neba and I say that you the man. You know what I'm saying? You can't take a step back from the big fights that you had, and then I'm supposed to give you credit like you beat one of them. You know what I'm saying? And what we doing? It's two other guys that I could think of off the top that's right in title contention. And I think you need to beat one of them before you get to talk about you want a title shot next. Now, if you don't want the title shot next, keep on what you're doing. Keep building the name, building the buzz, because Germany was on fire for you. You know what I'm saying? I had our fellas, they was out there like Juvenile, acting like a nigga that ain't never had shit. You know what I'm saying? They was going ham out there. And he ain't even the real champ. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, damn, what they gonna do if a Boss Baru come back home?
Hold on. Let me ask you this. So you saying Kabayel, is Kabayel a hot boy now? Is he in the hot boy? Is he in the heavyweight hot boy?
No. I was saying that's how the crowd was acting, not him. The crowd ain't never, they act like they ain't never had no big fights over there. That's why I said a Boss Baru come home with 2 belts. If he beat Xander and come home with 2 belts, nigga, you can't tell a German nigga shit about boxing. So, look, man, all I know is the crowd did good. I'm not all the way sold on him, but we going to see how everything shape out moving forward. I think he need to get a Moses Atuma, Fabio Warley type of fight. He fight one of them, then I can see him going for title contention. But other than that, you know, great fight. You know what I'm saying? Great fight for sure.
All right, KG, man. Will Kabayel beat the top champions at heavyweight, man? And how do you feel about all this European smoke at heavyweight?
Who are the top heavyweights right now?
You got Fabio Warley, you got Moses Atuma, you got Usyk, of course.
Fabio and Gassiev is interim.
Yeah.
Now you saying who will he fight? I believe he'll fight any one of them that'll get in the ring. I don't think he'll get the Usyk fight because Usyk's in the stage of his career that he can pick pretty much almost who he wants to fight, and I don't think he's gonna go backwards as far as them catching the guys that's coming up like Agit is. That fight, man, I that was a fight I wish the referee would allow it to go, cause and that referee need to get his damn reffing license revoked or something, because it's like the way he did that. The fight went on, and if y'all noticed, every time they got close to where they were getting into the clinch, it was blatantly evident when you could see the shorter man reaching up to the taller man, pulling his head down. Like you can see him constantly, you know what I'm saying, reaching, and the referee is not checking that. It took for Nebel, whatever his damn name is, his head, for his head to damn get stuck up under his damn arm for the referee to start pointing it out. But the referee wasn't giving real warnings with it, because I'm like, bro, this dude is really just like reaching up and pulling this man's head down. This man is 6, he got him by 3-4 inches. You can see this man reaching up to the top of his head and pulling him down. You know what I'm saying? Nebel, I gave him the first round. I gave them Agit the second round. So when the third round came around, I'm like, bro, this fight, this could have continued. I'm like, soon as he got hit and the referee jumped in, if y'all pay attention to that round, that referee was playing that shit so damn close, like he wanted to jump in before that. Like you can see where he wanted to jump in. And I'm like, bro, when you jumped in like that, as soon as you jumped in, Nebel was looking at damn Agit. Soon as you jumped in, the fighter that you said was incapable of continuing made complete eye contact with you and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" He said, "I'm good." You know what I'm saying? And you stopped this fight, and I wanted to see this fight continue. Like I had Ajit winning, and it was probably going to be inevitable that, you know what I'm saying, what was going to happen. But you just robbed the undefeated fighter of, you know what I'm saying, being able to them actually do what he possibly could have done, because he was outboxing. And like I said, as the fight got deeper, we don't know if Nebel would have damn outboxed damn Ajit for the rest of that fight. Like I know Ajit was closing the distance and started landing, but what if we make it to the end of that third round, Nebel makes a damn adjustment and come out and start boxing again, and damn Ajit has to work around getting around that jab and the overhand that he was landing on Ajit. So I'm just like, it was a disservice for real, because like I said, those two German damn refs, bro, they need their ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't gonna revoke their damn license, somebody should have been waiting in the parking lot under their car clipping Achilles tendons, for real, because that shit was sick. You know what I'm saying? I was disappointed in those two fights, you know what I'm saying, because of that, because of the refereeing. You know what I'm saying? No shame to Ajit. You know what I'm saying? You did, you know what I'm saying, you did what you were supposed to do, got your hand raised, but that fight could have continued. So I don't know how he will weather against, you know what I'm saying, because like I said, Nebel being a boxer, he looked good. So if he gets in there, happen to get a Usyk fight, Usyk makes the adjustments. He throws a lot of body shots, so Usyk would have to worry about that. But other than that, no, I don't know. And him and Moses, they might be two damn Rams, damn, you know what I'm saying, meeting in the middle. But I don't, yeah, he'll fight them all damn five, but I don't know, bro. I wasn't impressed with that fight. I need more now. I still need more.
Man. Supreme Beast Boxing, man. US6 Sports Entertainment Hub. They real strict around this motherfucker, man. They say they need this and they need that, man. I'm like Escape at this point. I need some understanding, man. God damn. Salute to the chat though, man. Salute to the chat. I see my brother G5 Gabe this slid in. My boy Raymond this slid in. My sister Tay Tay in the building. You know what I'm saying? Who else we had up in here? Man, Hen Dog in the building. Top Dog, Stormy B, man. BLTB in the building. I see you, bro, man. I appreciate everybody. Mac talking about he didn't get no link, man. You did get a link, my brother. I sent it to you. I'll send it to you again, though. I got you, bro. Say less. Shower. Does Agat Kabayel beat the top champions at heavyweight, man? According to the brothers KG and Red, they need to see a little bit more. They not sold. What say you though?
The same thing I've been saying. I got Agat as number one. And as far as how he looked yesterday, shame on Frank Warren, man. Shame on Frank Warren for having these people sitting up for a year. Had that man coming in there looking rusty. For me though, yeah, I got Aggie over everybody, and I've been saying this. I even haven't beaten Usyk, but I absolutely know that to KG's point, we ain't gonna see Aggie fighting no Usyk anytime soon. Usyk is probably just trying to fight the guys from his era. You know, he's not about to fight any of these young guys. What I would like to see absolutely is an Atoma, a Wardley, an Akoli. Akoli's sitting right up under him. So, you know, they may mandate that sometime this year, as far as we know. But can we at least get like 2-3 more fights for Aggie this year? I want all these guys to stay busy. And yeah, I got Aggie number one. I have been for a while. Shout out to him.
All right. Thomas, man, let's tap into your German side of the family. You know what I'm saying? Do you think Ajak Kabayel beats the top guys at heavyweight, man? What say you, man? Did you get a chance to even, watch this fight, or you didn't see it, or what?
I saw highlights. So a couple of things about this is that I did think that the stoppage was a little bit early. I thought they could have let the fight continue. So I have to go back and watch because I was getting ready to leave to the fights last night. But you know, he has a great following. So that's one. So this is two reasons why I think he should get the opportunities. One is that he has a great following, which is sells tickets, the German fans, and of course his Kurdish Iranian ties, because he is an Iranian. I know he's in Germany and stuff, but he is you know, he had a lot of Iranian fans or Kurdish. I'm not sure which is which. I think they're the same. You know, in the building as well. He has a great following, and that's good. You know, for fighters in general, especially heavyweights. So you got the following. And the second thing is, I hear people saying, and I'm not trying to be a jerk like you guys are to me, that you need to see more. Well, how much did we see from Wardley in comparison to Kabayel or any of these other top guys besides Usyk? You know, to kind of gauge and say, oh, you know, we need to see more from Kabayel, but not from, you know, Wardley, or not from, you know, I don't know who else is up there right now, man. The heavyweight division is kind of like scarce. You know, Moses to me is still kind of like a prospect on verge of, you know, becoming a contender, you know. But as far as the top heavyweights, I mean, certain guys are not fighting. The name guys, you know, Joshua, you know, he just had the thing with Paul, and, you know, he had an incident. You know, Usyk is looking to fight the older guys. He's trying to fight, you know, Wilder right now. Fury's just coming out of retirement. Parker just lost to Wardley, you know, in a fight that he was winning most of the fight. Herkovich, what has he's done? You know, a job, but yada yada yada. So that's what I want to know. So I think he can beat the top guys. Whether or not he does it or not, you know, he has to get in the ring there, and they have to make the fights to do it, so that we can see if he can or not. You know what I'm saying? I do believe he can. He can compete with those guys. I want to see him fight Usyk. We know Usyk is very, you know, limited to the body. He's weak to the body, and Ajik, you know, Kabayel, he goes to the body a lot. He's a magnificent body puncher. So I mean, that fight intrigues me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, whether or not he wins or loses is a different story. I think he can beat Usyk. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how we're gauging these fighters as far as who they fought, but a lot of these fighters haven't really fought, you know, guys. The only problem is that, you know, the heavyweights are not as active as they used to be back in the day. And that's a problem. And that's a problem with a lot of fighters as well. You know what I'm saying? But in the heavyweight divisions, you know, I'm used to seeing heavyweights fight like at least 3 times a year, and that's not happening. You know, so I think he's definitely ready. I think he has a good following. You know, is going to make money whoever he fights. So I'm with it. I think Kabayel might be top 2, top 3 right now, best heavyweight fighter right now. Put him with Wardley. I think that's a great fight. You know, I think he beats Wardley. So that's with that. But as far as the fight's concerned, I got to be honest with you. I didn't watch the fight. I was getting ready to go to the fights last night, so I didn't see it. And then just one more thing. I asked in the chat. I don't know if you've seen it. I was going to put 2 videos if you wanted to see any of the highlights of the fight last night. You know,
put them in there, bro. Put them in there. Put them in there.
You know, I'll try to do that.
I definitely will look at it, bro. And if it's you know, clip worthy, we could definitely clip it up for sure. So yeah, put it in, bro. Appreciate you. Okay.
How do I do it? Share my screen or something? Or how do I do that?
What you mean?
How do I share the video? Like,
oh, you trying to share it right now while we live?
Oh, okay. No. So then I can share it later with you guys then.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Put it in the fight pool chat, bro. So everybody can look at it. Yeah. All right. Okay. All fella, man, go on, take us home on this topic, man. This is another foreign topic, man. A lot of heavyweight smoke in Germany, man. Can Ajik Kabayel beat the top guys, the champions at heavyweight, man? What say you?
Before I speak on Agate in his future in the heavyweight division, let me speak on what we saw over there in Germany. I mean, because we as fight fans over here, we've been teasing the German school of boxing. I mean, we don't really put too much respect on the German school of boxing, but those that are in the know, when it comes to the German school of boxing production and the vibes when a good boxing showcase is being put forth, Germany's top of top. And it reminds me of a fight, a big unification fight between Vladimir Klitschko and David Haye that happened in Germany. And that might have been the most epic ring walk I've seen from Vladimir Klitschko The ring walk was so epic. It had 5 different stages to the ring walk. He started in his locker room. He had George Foreman knock on the door to say, "You ready to come out?" They come out of the locker room, walk out into the corridor, into a makeshift boxing gym with actual boxers in there training on the heavy bags, on the speed bags and whatnot. They had a little ring up in there. He walks through there into a theater filled with people sitting, looking at the screen, pretending like they don't even see him. Through there, he walks through the lobby of the theater and then finally into the actual arena leading up into the ring. That was in Germany. And I mean, 65,000 people watching that fight going nuts. I got that same type of vibe with Ajit Kabayel. That stadium was lit. That stadium was those German fans were there early. For those of us that was watching the undercards, whether you was watching Javier Herrera or watching the other heavyweight Shala versus Milas, the crowd was packed during those times. So shout out to the German fan base over there in boxing, over there that seemed to be starving for some big time boxing, and it seems like they got it with Ajit Kabayel. Now, is he the real deal at heavyweight? Yes, he is. Like I said on Friday, if the man he's a boogeyman of the heavyweight division, I believe he can beat anybody at heavyweight right now. Right now. Whether you want to talk about Wardley, whether you want to talk about the guy, the lineal champ, Alexander Usyk, he has the best chance of challenging him right now.
Fuck all that. I'm coming out of retirement.
Come out of retirement, bro. You know what I mean? Because I ain't putting my money on you, KG. I'm sorry.
God damn.
I'm putting my money elsewhere on you for other, you know what I mean, opportunities in boxing. But when it comes to the boogeyman, bro, yo, straight, simple, and plain. My money's on Agate. You know what I mean, I don't know what more we need to see. He must have been listening to me on Friday when I once again reminded niggas he took out 3 men that he wasn't supposed to beat.
That's a fact.
Mudoff, undefeated.
That's a fact.
That was an upset.
Yeah.
Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank Sanchez, a fan favorite around the community, took him out. Niggas want to give excuses. Oh, Uncle Frank had a bad knee and shit. I don't care. I don't care. You gotta come healthy to your fights, my nigga.
Hey, so they didn't want to give Kabayel credit for Uncle Frank, but if Rocco beat Uncle Frank, will Rocco get credit, or will niggas make excuses?
He'll get credit.
You got to ask these same niggas that are all wishy-washy and all over the place, making new rules and stipulations of how a heavyweight should be a top heavyweight. You know what I mean? Once again, after he did Uncle Frank dirty, he took down and cut off Chinese power. Cut off them lights. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cut off Chinese power to the body. And drop the whole of the Chinese economy. Where's this thing at now? You know
Bull in China shop. For real.
And niggas out here is talking about we need to see more.
Yeah,
we need to see more of Ajit in some championship level boxing. Usyk, you know what I mean? And if we can't get Usyk, you know what I mean, put Wardley's ass up in the mix because he a Queensberry motherfucking fighter. You know what I mean? And if that's not the case, then I mean, but you know what? I agree with that, but that's not gonna happen, Queen. Because
I'm just saying.
I don't think Frank gonna put up Itoma, you know what I mean, Moses, who's trying to part the Red Sea over to across the Atlantic. I don't think he's ready for a guy like Adjit right now.
We know he's
You
not.
know what I mean? That's
You're
a
right.
little too much high risk, low reward at this juncture. You know what I mean? We know he looked great over there in Germany, but that's still a little bit high risk, low reward for Moses at this time. So they'll be protecting Moses from the boogeyman at this juncture. You know what I mean?
I miss you, man. I want to be dressed in all black too.
Hey, KG, good doctor. Go on mute, bro.
Yeah, go on mute, K. Yeah, there you go.
But I ain't mad at the fact that Okole's trying to put his nuts down. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo.
Okachumi, he ain't even calling himself the sauce no more. He going by his original name, Lawrence Okachumi Okole. You know what I mean? Stands here down right here in Germany to call out Agate Kabayel. You know what I mean? I don't mind that fight. I don't mind that fight at all. So if all else fails, Agate, go ahead and go water down the sauce a little bit more. That's my take.
Stormy B Man say Zhang is making kung fu movies now. That is nasty fucking word.
Nigga, that's a paycheck, goddammit. That's a paycheck.
Yeah, man. Chris keeps it boxing, says Adjit is that guy. Look, man, I'm gonna say this, man. This is my take. I like Adjit Kabayel. He's a great fighter. He has got it out the mud the hard way. And the proof is in the pudding. The film don't lie. Look at the resume. Look at the film. It's there. You know what I mean? I could see if he wasn't doing what he was doing, bro. But the man has been kind of on his Usyk shit a little bit to me. Ultimate road warrior, going on the road and beating these guys, man. So of course, this fight that he had yesterday was a perfect scenario, man. And it's looking like the boy can go platinum in Germany. You know what I'm saying? Packed out stadium. He got all these guys flocking to him, trying to make these fights, man. So I see nothing but good things for Adjit Kabayel. Now, he might have to wait to get his hands on the title. I don't think Usyk is gonna fight him, and I'm not gonna force Usyk to fight him because Usyk is at the tail end of his career. I think he might fight Deontay Wilder and call it quits. Now, once those belts do go up for grab, I definitely want to see Kabayel the first. I want him to be the first motherfucker to put his hand in the cookie jar and grab one of them belts. And that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. As usual suspects, Sunday, man, US6 Sundays, man. I got a full house, man. We're gonna keep the show rocking and rolling, man. Let's go ahead and keep it pushing. This is my last question for tonight, and we're gonna get up out of here on this one, man. So Errol Spence put this post up, and he said, when I see guys who wouldn't utter my name before my last fight mentioning me, man, and he went with the iconic Jack Johnson, you know, driving the car, smoking the stogie, man. And basically saying like, man, I'm that nigga still. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas is calling my name. And I honestly think, and I'm gonna go ahead and get my take off the bat. I honestly think he's talking about Vergil and Oscar, man, because I have seen Oscar and Vergil recently calling his name. Shower, I'm gonna let you lead us off with this one, man. Who is this? Who is that message really for? Who do you think Errol Spence is talking about, man? What's your take?
Definitely Vergil. But if you recall, Tony Harrison also called out EJ. So I'm gonna go more with Vergil. You know, Tony Harrison is more around his time, so I don't understand why he would maybe have an issue with that. But it very well could be because Tony Harrison clearly. And no disrespect to Tony Harrison, because I like Tony, but you know, I understand this. He's in a situation, and you know, possibly he wants a payday. We ain't never heard him say Errol's name before, and he wants to do that at 160. So, yeah, I ain't mad at EJ for feeling that way, but in the same token, you know, dude, you've been gone for 2+ years now, and you know, people in this time in boxing seem to think if you take a loss, if you freaking get knocked down, you're a lick. So hey, if he's going to, he needs to come back and show something, or he needs to just rock out. People gonna call out your names. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Queen. I feel you. Okay, man. We got my brother Mizak in the building, man. Say Ready is in the building. What's going down with it, Mac?
Nigga, I've been sitting back here for since Red been talking.
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm definitely on my Cadillac Red shit. I apologize. My bad, bro. I did not. I just when I looked up and seen I had 7 people. I said, "Damn, oh my brother Mac, you should have texted me, bro. I would have. I didn't know, bro. My bad, man. But go ahead and
that's why I was texting in the group chat. I mean, in the stream private chat.
Yeah, man. My bad, bro. My bad. Apologies, man. Hold it to my head, not my heart, Brody. My bad. But yeah, bro. Just your feeling. I know you're a little late to the show, bro, but just whatever you want to cook on, man. Go ahead, my brother.
I ain't just gonna cook on anything. I'm gonna cook on the topic. You know, I'm gonna tell you. I think the message is more for Oscar than Vergil, because Vergil and Earl are actually cool. They actually have a relationship, and Vergil has always admired Earl, always growing up, and it's been years. I'm talking years since Vergil was like 10-0. He said he want to fight Earl. It's like a dream fight for him. It don't matter where Earl at in his career, anything. Vergil would like to fight him. But when Oscar made that video this past week about the 60-40 with him and Boost, I think that, and the fact Tony Harrison called him out, I think that's what made him drop that video. And it's been other people that's been mentioning his name throughout these boxing streets, like Sean Porter on the Porterway podcast. You've seen, I think was it Ryan or no? Robert Garcia said something about him in an interview with the Ring magazine. You've seen other people sprinkling his name throughout boxing in these interviews and things like that. And you know, these fighters watch all these interviews. Boxing lives on YouTube, so if your name mentioned, somebody, you know, he gonna see it. So I think that's why he posted that.
Okay, and real quick, bro, what was your thoughts on the fights last night, man? I know y'all gonna talk about it on the Agnew show, but man, give us a little preview of what's to come, man. How did you feel about Subriel Matías, Kabayel? You know what I'm saying? Two great knockout performances. Some might say bad stoppages in either or fight, man. But what do you say?
No, Subriel wasn't a bad stoppage at all. He took some punishment. Them hits, hey, he fell and he was not all the way there when the count got to 10. Ref was supposed to call it. He wasn't even straight. What was the ref gonna tell him to step to the side? He was still stumbling. Kabayel, I don't think that was a bad stop either. He got stopped. Both of them. Well, one thing I will say is Edge was getting his ass whooped. I will say that. Shit.
You say Edge was getting whooped?
In that first round, that nigga, after the first round, his eye was already swelling. He couldn't get past the old boy jab for nothing.
You ain't lying.
Edge was getting his ass whooped.
Okay.
But then, he started, he made some adjustments. But one thing about Edge, I do think he does have a problem with boxers, but he has an equalizer like Wilder did. It's like, yeah, I might be losing, but at any moment, if I land this shot, it's over. That's the only thing I give him. But can he beat somebody like Usyk? No. I think not. Anybody else in the heavyweight division? I don't see anybody else at the heavyweight division that give me cause for pause to make them think they can beat somebody like an Edge Kabayel. Not Fabio Wardley, not Daniel Dubois. And the rest of all the top guys are on their way out the door. Joseph Park on the way out the door. AJ on his way out the door. Derek Chisora. All the Kubrat Pulev, all them guys that's already older and then been champions and then did they thing, they're on their way out the door. The only thing we got left is Murat Gusia, Otto Weiland, who's we haven't seen in a while, but I heard him and Murat is about to fight.
You got Torres, Big Baby Anderson.
Torres might lose to Frank Sanchez.
Mm.
And that fight just got announced, but he might lose to Frank Sanchez.
Okay.
I'm not saying he is. I give him the shot to beat Frank, but like Frank fought Edge. Frank is a great boxer. He only lost to Edge Kabayel. I give Edge credit for beating him too. Anybody that don't give Edge credit for beating an undefeated Frank Sanchez is out there motherfucking rocker.
Mm. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Okay. KG, man, who was that message really for, man? Who do you think Errol Spence is getting at, man, when he talking, he's saying he feeling like Jack Johnson out this joint? What you got, K?
Has Earl ever fought an Oscar Golden Boy fighter? Like I'm talking about after he then turned into him.
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
That's who the fuck he talking to. He talking to Oscar and all the motherfuckers over there, because now Oscar is there talking, yeah, we could make a mega fight with Errol Spence. Won't say Earl's name before. We couldn't damn get him to mutter Earl's name when Verge was at 47.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Who else? I want to say Keith Thurman, but I ain't heard Keith Thurman. But Keith been loud, period, any damn way. So if that's the damn case, that shit was the damn Keith Thurman, Vergil Ortiz, Boots, if they can't get the Vergil fight and they think they can intercept Vergil from getting that fight and say, know what, we gonna get this fight. So everybody that's damn looking at the guy that's been sitting on the shelf for coming up on 3 years, I don't know if they think he's sweet or they just think the fact that he's inactive, they can get him. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen Earl out on a little vacay sleeping and everything, but when he was standing up, the nigga ain't out of shape. I don't know what weight he's at and if he can actually make 54, but he looked like just one big muscle right now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But I don't know if I want to see Earl come back right now, because like I said, the man looked like he's just been doing the family thing, the farm thing, and anytime he can vacate, he can vacate. And the plates of foods that he's eating, bro, just enjoy life, man. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, you ain't got too much to prove unless you done started some kind of damn binge where your money is getting fucked off and you got to go back and get back in the ring like some of these fighters. But I think you made good business moves, and you can kind of put boxing in the rear view because it don't look like he got the itch for real. So whoever's calling his name, bro, y'all look silly. Make the fights of them, you know what I'm saying, with active fighters. Y'all calling for me, and I'm not even active. And all of a sudden, like I said, it just sounds damn silly, bro. I'm calling for a dude that's been on the shelf, and then the thing is, I'm trying to put mega fight on top of that. Like I said, so he write the post, you know what I'm saying, cryptic messages like this because niggas is silly. Y'all calling for me, and I look clearly happy. I look clearly happy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Frank about to damn get back there. I'm gonna have Frank Martin active this year. He might have a few other fighters, you know what I'm saying, under his promotional damn machine that you know what I'm saying, that he's gonna be looking to damn get rolling this year. Bro, I like for Earl to be the age he is, and I usually say, no, what I want my favorite fighters to come back and fight. But bro, when you look happy, you look happy. I wouldn't even press the issue, man. The man got a smile on his face when he shows up to events. He look at peace for real. So I wouldn't even dare call somebody out like that. Let that man live. He about to put his promotional hat on and do the same damn thing damn everybody else is trying to do. And Frank coming off that good win, Frank might be having a good year, and it's more of a reason for Earl not even to step foot in the ring.
Okay. Salute, man. Fella, man, what say you, man? Who is that message really for real?
I think everybody has been correct on trying to pinpoint who this might be for. One thing, when I read the statement, it doesn't say one in particular, it says guys. You know what I mean? So we know he's talking about more than one. I would love it to be a statement just addressed to who I feel's been making the biggest clout chasing moves off of Errol Spence's name, and that's Oscar De La Hoya. But I don't think it's just for Oscar. Part of it might be, but I believe some of that statement could also fit for Keith Thurman. Thurman's been actively calling out Errol Spence after the last loss. Of course, the Queen Shower has informed us of Tony Harrison after his win over there in Detroit in relative obscurity. He's been actively calling out Errol Spence. He would never done that before the Bud fight. He wasn't doing that before the Bud fight. So he's another guy that you could put it under that category. Could we also put Rolando? Yes. Your boy Rolando has also been on tape calling out Errol Spence. Now, I don't know if we have any recent footage, but we definitely have footage and definitely have tape of Mr. Rolando Romero calling out Errol Spence, and it was definitely after the Bud fight. So in regards to the Big Fish's statements, I think they're for a bunch of guys, and all those guys fit the description. That's my take.
Yes, sir. TD, man. Turncoat Tommy, man. Who do you think this message is really for, man? Close us out on this last topic, and we're going to get up out of here.
I'll keep it short and simple, man. I don't really pay attention to what Errol's saying as far as boxing. He's inactive. He's not an active fighter. He keeps teasing he's going to come back and do this and this, that. I do think it was for Oscar. But, I mean, it's irrelevant right now. The guy's enjoying life or doing whatever he's doing now, and it's not boxing related. I mean, he teased us before coming in the ring, I guess, with Fundora, teasing us that we're going to see that. Obviously, that never happened. I mean, the guy is a retired fighter at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So let him enjoy life, do what he does, and, you know, and if he wants to tease the fans some more, tease the fans. I'm not falling for it. You know, I'm not going to get excited for it until I see that, you know, something is signed and some, you know, there's a press conference saying that he's going to make a fight and then there's a fight's going to happen with him in it. Until then, you know what? He's just a regular person like us right now. You know what I'm saying? With a lot more money than us and enjoying life. That's what it is. So I don't take Errol Spence seriously.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Salute to my brother Blue Hustle, man, in the building. Salute to you, Brody, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in today, man. This was another great show, man. We had a full house. Yeah, I appreciate all my people for pulling up, man. My lovely sister, yes, indeed, Shower, man. She been pulling up on the support, and I appreciate her. Of course, man, my brother TD Sports Talk, man. Thomas from the motherfucking Brizzonks in the building. He was on fire this week, man. He definitely had boots on the ground. Salute to you, bro, man. Keep that same energy all year, bro. And when these fights is in New York, man, hopefully you could be in the building, man. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing a whole lot of more, you know, boxing cards get signed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, salute to you for that. Salute to my brother, our fella Jay Steels as well, KG. You know what I'm saying? My brother Mac, man, the Agnew podcast. I know they're gonna be cooking real soon. And of course, man, my brother Cadillac Red, he dipped out, man. He said he ain't feeling too good. So hopefully my brother, you know, shake back, man. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, though, we're gonna give some last words and we're gonna get up out of here. KG, man, give me your last, my brother.
Hey man, this is another good one, man. This is another good one. Shout out to the chat for tapping in. Shout out to everybody that's on the panel that showed up to the panel. Shout out to my boy Tommy, man. He the MVP for the week, man. You know what I'm saying? And the key phrase is product placement. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you are appreciated for that, man. Shout out to you for that. And we're looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, to more to come when it comes to that. Y'all tap into US6 Sports and Entertainment Hub. We got shit coming. Whether it's open mic or it's Tales from the B-side, y'all keep your ears glued, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's gonna be some shit cooking up over there. But other than that, man, this was been another great Usual Suspect Sunday, man. Appreciate you, Five.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mac, man.
Appreciate you. I keep
What,
getting phone calls, man. That's why I keep
no,
going.
you good, bro. I already know, bro. You good. What man, y'all did y'all already do Agnew podcast, man, and let the people know when it's dropping, bro?
It dropped Monday. Yeah, we recorded yesterday. We recorded right when we finished Agit was fighting. We did mention the fights, and it's good. I hate that we recorded it before the fight because when it come out, it ain't gonna sound worth a damn. But I ain't gonna say worth a damn. It's still a good conversation. All the way around, it's still a good conversation. But I think we gave one fighter way too much prop, and you see how he performed this Saturday. And but all in all, it was a great show, great episode, and it's dropping Monday. So y'all be looking out for that. Hugh actually getting ready to go off to camp with Abel Ramos for his next fight. He's about to go join his camp. Then he's coming home, and then he's got a fight. I forgot the guy he told me. He mentioned it on the show, so y'all see that stuff. But he got a fight coming up in Atlantic City on a Samsung card, PBC card. So y'all stay tuned. We steady dropping heat, so y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to everything we dropping. And shout out to my boy KG over there with US6 Sports and Entertainment Hub and the Tales from the B side. I'm loving it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, K doing his motherfucking thing, man. Okay. Yes, indeed, man. Let me get your last words, Queen.
Thanks for having me on the panel. Shout out to the panel. Blessings to you. Blessings to the chat. You can find me here at Yes Indeed Boxing. Hit or miss when I go live. Yeah. Come over and subscribe and talk some boxing with me. Peace.
Yep. TD, man. You was definitely the star of the motherfucking show this week, man. Give me your last, my brother. Let the people know, man. When are you gonna be dropping some content on your channel, bro?
Well, first off, I want to say thank you for letting me come on and share my experiences and even share some of the content that I take. I guess content, video, and pictures and stuff that I've taken at these events the last few days. Let me just two things. I mean, shout out to Nesta Bravo, who had the knockout of the night. I mean, it was sick knockout, coming back from a bounce back win. He had his first loss and he came back with a devastating knockout, second round knockout of Compa. That was great. And shout out to Keith Cologne, man. I think he's the main reason why I was able to be at the press conference, the weigh-in and the fight, because I don't think if he was on this card, I really would have been interested in going. And that's real, he was able to get me the credentials, get me media access, that I had. So, and then he had a good performance last night for the guy that had 36 fights and got another knockout. This one, first time going 7 rounds. This is the longest he's gone. He had a 7-round stoppage. Some things he's got to work on, but nevertheless, he won. So shout out to Keith. And yeah, man, as far as going live, I'm not sure yet, man. Sometimes I just be busy, so I'll post a video here and there. I got some stuff I want to post. I shared in the group chat. You guys can post and do whatever you like with that as well. And yeah, I mean, I'm supposed to do an interview in the next few days with somebody from Puerto Rico, the number one ranked lightweight in Puerto Rico. I'm supposed to have an interview with him this week. I just got to line that up and make some time. And we'll probably get Keith on as well, just as a follow-up from his last fight. So stay tuned on that. But yeah, I just be busy sometimes, man. So I do what I can. But I definitely appreciate you guys. And Shao, I appreciate you for having me on the other day, for giving me a chance to come on, because I'd be lazy. So, you guys give me the opportunity to come on your platforms where you guys got bigger audiences than me. You know what I'm saying? So they get to see Turncoat Tommy, another nickname. And I think Stormy gave me a nickname last night, which is funny too. I think it was a Stormy, or somebody gave me a nickname, Snapshot Tommy, something like that. So I got a bunch of nicknames, but I definitely, guys, man, we have fun with this. And at the end of the day, we're here to support these fighters and, promote them as much as we can, give them the publicity. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's where Keith comes in and some of these other young guys. So thank you very much. And, you'll be hearing from me soon, man. Peace.
Yes, sir. All fella, man. Go and close us out, Brody.
Indeed, of course, it was another dope cook. Usual Suspect Sundays. Make sure y'all smash that like button and share that stream. It was damn right a Usual Suspect ting. Salute to Snapshot Tommy, most definitely blessing us with a lot of great boxing content footage from this weekend's festivities. You know what I mean? Posted on Usual Suspect 6 US6 on IG, our Instagram account. Of course, we have the footage that TD Sports sent us with Dalton Smith signing those boxing cards and whatnot. Another thing I love that TD sent us was there was a series of pictures. You know what I mean? And they weren't just the regular pictures of, yeah, we got TD posing with a boxer with your fist up type shit. There was one picture in particular that we posted, and on the US6 account, the post is called "The New Newark." You know what I mean? And the reason why I chose this
fire.
picture,
That was
the
fire.
reason why I like that picture, because it was a lifestyle picture. You know what I mean? Not only was it a lifestyle picture, the branding was beautiful. So shout out the crystal ball holder for rocking the jacket to all the events and whatnot. But the lifestyle picture, you could just see the smile and the youthful enthusiasm from Keith Cologne's face. You know what I mean? In that picture. You know what I mean? And it captures something that you usually can't get when you're standing there just posing, getting ready for the picture. It was a picture that was taken totally, you know what I mean, and organically. So I love those lifestyle shots, you know what I mean? So shout out for TD for definitely sharing that with us. And speaking of the crystal ball holder, we are running a contest this week for any new players that want to tap in to the US6 fight pool. You know what I mean? Here's your chance. We're doing a play-in. You know what I mean? But the NBA does a play-in. I think the MLB does a play-in. The US6, goddamn it, we gonna do a play-in. You know what I mean? So we giving the opportunity for new players this week and this week only. The fight card is posted on the US6 US6 on IG account. It will be posted here on YouTube on the US6 Sports and Entertainment Hub. What you got to do is beat the champ, TD Sports' scorecard this week, and the winner, whoever's able to beat the scorecard of TD, will be slotted in the league. We're only looking for one. Only one can make it. So we getting the top scorer of this week's fight card. You know what I mean? Once again, that's posted on US6 on IG. That's Instagram, and it will be posted in due time and short time on US6 Sports and Entertainment Hub right here, right on here on YouTube. Once again, the fight card, the play-in slot. So if you're able to beat TD Sports' scorecard, you might secure your slot for 14 weeks of pick'ems. You don't got to pay. You know what I mean? You get that for free. And if you're able to be the top player of the season, shit, you get that league pot and the same or a similar jacket, championship jacket that TD Sports has been rocking this weekend. You know what I mean? So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Tap into that, usualsuspect6.com for more information if you're trying to buy tickets for season 3 to secure your spot in the Usual Suspect 6 fight pool. But once again, salute to the brothers, salute to the queen, Shawala Ya, salute to everybody up in the chat. It's your favorite yet your most hated odd fella, and I'm Gizon.
Yes, sir. Hey man, this nigga also is on some he's on some Roger Goodell shit, man. He on some NBA he on some real commissioner shit for real, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, he sounded like David Stern over there.
Yeah, he sound like David Stern, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, boy, talk about playing, boy.
Yeah. Basketball playing.
I got a question. What if nobody beats my score?
Man, bro. Somebody can beat your score, bro.
Gets in for free then, TD.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
they just don't get in.
Really cements you. Yeah, really cements you. You know what I mean? This is like the NBA Cup of this shit right here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, man. But look though, on that note, man, we didn't hit our 2-hour mark, man. We have ran out of time. I really don't like going over 2 hours unless it's necessary. But first week of male boxing did not disappoint. You know what I'm saying? That next week we have Carrell and Roca fighting again in the rematch. So it's gonna be a little light next week, man. So
I think that's a good fight. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but that's the only card we have. So we won't really have too much to talk about next week when it comes to the fights. So with that being said, man, we definitely are going to do something different on Usual Suspect Sunday. I'm going to personally hit up Oddfella, and I'm going to talk to him directly, man, and see what he thinks, you know what I'm saying, about what I'm trying to do. And Talk Heavy Tuesday will be back, man. I got a special guest on Talk Heavy Tuesday, man, and we definitely are going to be talking heavy, and we're going to dig up a lot of dead bodies. So y'all be tuned in. I got something real special coming Tuesday, man. And with that being said, man, it's your boy, 503 Line, Hoya Sports Entertainment, and we are out of here. Deuces.
Do you love combat? Could you use some extra money to pay the bills? Can you pick a winner of a good scrap? Yeah! Put your moolah where your mouth is. $20 entry fee. Winner takes all. Cash App, $, usual 50/50, or purchase entry tickets via Eventbrite. Scan the QR code below or visit usualsuspect6.com. The US6 fight pool starts January